On April 25, 2009, 17-year-old Brittanee Drexel vanished in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. She had been visiting friends at a hotel when she mysteriously disappeared, leaving behind a trail that would go cold for over a decade. Despite the relentless efforts of law enforcement, Brittanee's fate remained a haunting mystery. It wasn't until April 2022 that a breakthrough finally emerged. A confidential informant revealed that a woman named Angel Voss had made incriminating statements about Brittanee's disappearance. Delving into Angel's life exposed a dark connection. She was involved with a registered sex offender named Raymond Moody. As suspicion mounted, Angel and Raymond became the focus of the investigation. Detectives brought Angel in for questioning, pressing her to reveal what she and Raymond had been doing at the time Brittanee went missing.
You see why I'm struggling a little bit with this? Just because like, some of these things.
But I mean, damn it, hell, but come on, I shouldn't give you a date.
No, I do that.
Or if it was Monday or Tuesday, I don't know.
Yeah, just some of these things are lining up with like some of the facts that we have.
Okay,
So that's kind of what I want to get into.
that's fine.
Okay.
But I mean, I can't answer what I don't remember or don't know. I mean, if it's not lined up, I don't know. I'm going to tell you what I remember.
Okay.
That's great.
Good. Hey, Angel, I'm kind of a direct guy, okay?
That's fine.
I'm not going to beat around the bush a whole lot. I don't want to waste your time.
Okay.
I've been doing this for 23 years. I've been working this case for 6 years.
Mhm.
And I want to ask you a couple of questions. I want to discuss with you a piece of evidence.
Okay.
All right? And
Okay.
I want to tell you beforehand that you got to be completely honest
Okay.
with me, okay? So your answer, did you have any involvement in picking up Brittanee Drexel?
Hell no. Mostly did not.
She was never in a vehicle with yours.
I don't know if she's in my vehicle. I'm being honest with you, because he had no vehicle.
Okay. So you don't know. She was never in a vehicle with you.
No, never a vehicle with me, no, period.
Okay.
No.
You're absolutely
Positively positive.
okay. Like I said, I want to discuss with you a piece of evidence that we haven't discussed with anybody else.
That's fine.
All right. And I'm going to go through it kind of slowly.
Okay.
All right. So you understand completely how important this is. During the course of our investigation, we were able to intercept conversation between individuals. And one of these individuals was a person that was responsible for taking Brittanee.
Okay.
Okay? You tracking what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read to you a couple of quotes. And it's pretty much almost verbatim what was said by one of these people.
Okay. Wait a minute. I tell you what. Don't read me that.
What?
Okay, so no.
What?
If you're trying to accuse him of anything, then I'm not going to be involved in it. Because I say he didn't, okay? I say he didn't.
I'm not accusing him.
I'm not, yeah, you are. That's what that was. I'm straightforward too. No, I'm straightforward too. I don't think he did. And you're not going to involve him in it.
There's nothing to do with that.
As the questioning intensified, Angel became visibly defensive, realizing that the investigators were suggesting Raymond's involvement in Brittanee's disappearance. Her emotions flared, and the atmosphere in the room grew very tense. Outside the interrogation room, another officer approached Angel, attempting to coax her back inside. He calmly explained the reason for their suspicion. One night after Angel had been drinking, a confidential informant had approached her, expressing a belief that Raymond was involved in the crime. Enraged by the accusation, Angel lashed out, declaring that she was the one responsible, not Raymond.
Okay. I'm back.
Thank you.
I'm back.
Thank you.
Because I know what the conversation is. Well, he told me. I didn't know. I just thought it was something, Ray said something, and I missed. I don't know. But, yeah, I did say what I said, and I was talking to Karen, a friend of mine, and I was highly drunk. We've been out all night drinking, and she kept asking me questions about Ray, and everybody that was accusing Ray. So, yeah, I did say something. I did.
You want to tell me about it?
Well, no, it's drunk on it. I just want everybody to leave him alone. So I put the blame on me instead of him.
Is that true though?
No,
What's
no,
the truth?
I would never hurt anybody.
What's the truth then? I think
I don't know. No, I don't know the whole truth. I don't know where it was that night.
I believe you, Angel. I really
I
do.
really
but
don't.
I do. I believe you right now, and I'm not.
And even already asked me, do you think you did?
It's just that we're at the
I don't know.
Can I just explain one thing to you?
Yes.
What I want you to do is, it's most important at some point in time is to tell the truth. You've been living this. You're a person with a conscience, right?
Yes.
Like and I'm not saying what recording is what recording. I'm not acknowledging any of that type of stuff. But all we're looking for, we need your help,
Yeah.
right? To piece this thing together.
I know.
I was not about to what my belief is that it does depends upon the evidence.
Right.
And all we're looking to do is find out what you know about what happened that week.
I know. All I can tell you, because I don't know where he was. I don't. He did have my vehicle. I don't know where he was.
You don't know where
I don't know where he was. I do know he called me and he sounded upset and all this kind of stuff. He didn't say anything about why, but he said, I don't know. I don't know. Do I think it's possible? Of course it's a possibility. I'm not stupid. I do know that. But I don't know anything to say yes he did. I don't know. But do I have different doubts because I don't know where he was. And he wouldn't tell me where it was. And he did have a couple scratches on. I don't know. I don't know.
Angel mentioned that when Raymond returned, he had scratches on his face. This disclosure could be her attempt to gain the detective's trust, or she might genuinely believe Raymond was responsible and is trying to assist the investigation. Either way, her motivations remain unclear, and the detectives are left to weigh the significance of this new information in the broader context of the case.
that night he had a couple of scratches?
Well, he had the scratches. I was trying to remember if it was from me or something. I don't. I mean, I can't. I can't tell you that he did because I don't know that. I can't tell you that he didn't. I don't know. I do know that he had my vehicle, and that's one of the reasons I was meeting was to trade vehicle value.
That night, remember being that night,
That night, yes.
and you were for sure at work.
I was for sure at work,
Yeah.
but not all evening. I was off earlier in the day.
Okay, and we have so this is stuff we're looking. We have telephone records.
Yes.
We have license plate reader records. We have credit card records, and we have part of the story.
Yeah.
Right.
And I think maybe that day. So, and I mean, all I can tell you is what I know for sure. I know for sure they have my vehicle. He had asked me for it to trade vehicles, and I didn't ask why. Big deal. And the first time I traded vehicles, so we traded vehicles. And then I do remember him calling me early in the day. And I was off, but I just didn't feel like, meeting up at that time. So I thought, yeah, I will meet you. So that evening, I did meet him.
Down by the hotel by the land, right?
Yes.
And you traded vehicles.
Yes.
I
took my vehicle and he got the red. Yes, and he got the red truck.
You took the red truck. Yeah. You took the SUV. Where did you go?
Where did I go? I think, to be honest with you, I went to town and met him back at the apartments. Maybe an hour or so later, he was at the apartment. So I went back to his apartment.
And he has your SUV, right?
And I had the truck.
You had the truck at work.
Yeah, no, I had a suit.
So we at work that day?
No, earlier in that day, I wasn't at work that afternoon. That night. When he called me the first time, I was not.
Okay, so about 9 o'clock at night is when Brittanee. Where were you at 9 o'clock at night when Brittanee?
Oh my God, I was in his apartment.
You were down at
I was in the apartment.
By the land.
Yeah.
Were you guys in phone contact at the time?
Yes.
And what were you talking about?
Oh God, I can't tell you that.
That's you're such a smart person. You have a great memory.
But I do have.
Like you passed all these exams.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's a phone conversation. I have 100 of them.
But the point is that's on a day that somebody went missing.
Yeah, but it wasn't even
But a person with a conscience remembers.
Yeah, if I was involved or had, worries about it, but I didn't. So, but I think we talked a few times. I just wanted, maybe we talked a couple times. I don't remember.
So you're sitting at the Sunset Lodge.
Oh, that's it. Sunset Lodge. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, you said it in the last time.
Yeah.
So you're sitting at the Sunset Lodge that night.
That evening.
Yeah. And you want it, tell us exactly what your recollection is,
Of the whole evening?
please.
It seems that Angel has an uncanny ability to recall events from nearly a decade ago with striking clarity, as if they happened just yesterday. But the question lingers, does she truly possess an extraordinary memory? Or is this vivid recollection part of a fabricated story, crafted to fit the evidence?
My recollection is about I went to the apartment. First of all, I went to the apartment, he wasn't there.
What time?
I'm gonna guess 5, 6, somewhere around there.
He's already up. You know where he's at?
No, he didn't tell me where he went. And I asked, but he didn't ask.
Fair.
I mean, he didn't tell anything to me. It wasn't a big deal. Whatever. Actually, I thought it was probably meeting Ernie.
Okay.
So, I went back to my house. He called me, said something about trading vehicles, and he wanted me to meet him. And I said, all right, what time? He said, give me about an hour.
Remember, so we have the phone records. Do you remember when those calls?
But they were in the evening, like maybe 8, maybe 9, when I met him somewhere around there.
Okay, so you drove from your house in his truck,
In his truck.
and you met him at the lodge,
Yep.
and he had your vehicle,
Yes.
and you traded vehicles,
Yes.
and you left.
No, I stayed the night.
You stayed there.
I went and got something to eat in town, but I came right back.
What happened the rest of that night? What happened between you and Ray the rest of that night?
The rest of that night?
What other things happened?
I don't remember everything. I really don't. I know he left for a little while. Came back. But he told me he went to Ernie's. I don't know if he did or not. I really don't. I don't know. I can't tell you that.
And you can
Just
Well,
wait.
there's a series of calls that have
Uh-huh.
show your time.
Okay. What's the call? What time? I don't know.
Like that are different, like super early.
Yeah, I told you he left at some point. I don't know where he went
So
to.
what was the conversation?
Well, one conversation was where are you at?
One was kind of lengthy. One lasted quite a long.
Okay. I don't know. I don't know. I really don't. I can't tell you. I don't remember being on a lengthy conversation. Maybe he was going off about something with Kiki does sometimes. Still does that.
Hmm.
I really don't. No, I can't tell you conversations ago. I do know he left at some point. Told me he went to Ernie's. Do I know that? I don't know. Like, I only know what I'm told. Like, I don't follow him. I'm not chasing him down.
I totally believe you. But
I don't know where he went.
we're trying to line the story up with
I know.
phone records.
I know.
So if the phone records put you guys in a certain place,
Yeah, it's highly
the story has
likely.
to be consistent.
Yeah, if he went somewhere in the middle of the night, then
And so there's no reason your phone, and maybe you might be surprised how much I believe you in some of these things. Is there any reason that your phone or you or a credit card would put you on or near the boulevard that evening, not at your house, that evening between, say, 4 or 5
Well, my
p.m.?
card was in the vehicle.
Your what?
My card was in the
Your
vehicle.
credit card?
Yeah, and glove box.
Does he use your credit card?
We use it for decaf and stuff like that. I just tell him like you just go in and pay or whatever.
What about another type of purchase that might be done?
I don't know what purchase was done. I don't know. That's what I'm asking.
Yeah. I was just saying that there's
There's, let me see it. I don't know. It was in there. My card was in there, which is where I kept it. You got my card now. Like my card's in there.
would your phone have been in there too as well?
It could have been. I don't know.
Well, you're saying your phone and your card could have been on the boulevard
Yeah.
that evening,
But I have.
but you were not.
No, I was not.
Is there anybody that can?
Yeah, my
corroborate?
son. That's about it.
When he met up with you, did you get your phone back?
Yes, I did.
The focus on the phone and credit card stems from records placing both near the location where Brittanee vanished. Additionally, there's video footage showing Angel's vehicle in the same area. What's intriguing is how easily Angel dismisses this evidence. She claims that both her phone and credit card were inside her vehicle, which Raymond took after they swapped cars for reasons she can't or won't explain.
And what happened the next
One time. And then when I met him and got my phone, he did call me on that phone a couple times. And I went to the apartment. He met me. I stayed there for a while when I got something. He went back to the apartment. Some point, in the middle of the night, he was gone because he called me on the phone.
Some point in the middle of the night.
But can I tell you where he was? I don't know. I don't know. But that's happened a lot in our relationship. He might go to bed with me, and I'll wake up at some point. He's not there. Most of the time, though, he wasn't earning. But do I know that's where he went? I can't tell you this one. I don't know. I didn't call her any look. Like I said, I'm not chasing some guy. I'm not keeping up with him. Doing his business or just mine. That kind of thing. So I can't tell you. I really can't. I can tell you I wasn't with him, but I also can tell you I was with him right long.
And you can't tell us what exact time.
I can't even tell you an exact date.
Was it before or after midnight or anything?
I was with him some before midnight, but after midnight, he disappeared. I don't know where he went, but I do know at some point he disappeared.
No vehicle.
I don't. But he came back right after that. I was in the bed. He called me one time, and then I called him one time. I think he called me. I can't remember exactly.
And I'm just trying to.
I'm thinking he took the truck, but I can't promise you that.
Okay. I'm just trying to make sure I understand. You said that when you came back and you switched vehicles, you stayed the night.
I went got something to eat in town, came back, stayed the night because I got something to eat, called the kids, went home.
Why'd you switch vehicles? Just to go get something to eat?
Well, he was going somewhere, and I didn't know where he was going, and I already didn't know where he was. So yes, I took.
The detectives are puzzled, trying to understand why Angel insists they switched vehicles and what the real motive behind it could be. Did the vehicle swap truly happen? And if so, was it a calculated move by Raymond to cover his tracks? Or is Angel more deeply involved than she's letting on? The truth remains elusive, but the switch raises unsettling questions about their intentions.
And did you have your son's phone or you called your son's phone?
He called my son's phone and told me.
Because
he said he'd call me, and I didn't answer.
Did he say where he was at?
No, that's why I told him. I said, "Are you in town?" And he said, "Yeah." And I said, "Well, are you ready to take me?" He said, "No, I got a couple things to do." He said, "I'll call you when I'm done." I said, "Okay." So he called, told me he was on his way back. He didn't say from where. So I went to the apartment. He wasn't there. Wait a few minutes, still wasn't there. So I left. And then I went back later.
Okay. So if the vehicle was on the boulevard at the exact time, pretty much that Brittanee goes missing, then your recollection is that was in gray. Your vehicle. That was your vehicle.
That's where my vehicle.
So
yeah. As far as I know, but like I said, he went to the day, like you talked to, said, this man was like, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
So I can't say he was by himself. When he left, he was by himself. When he came back, he was by himself.
When you saw him back at the lodge, he was by himself.
He was by himself.
You mentioned you went to Ernie's and got clothes.
He did. Not me. I started.
Right.
Man, we were not friends at that time.
You mentioned he took your car there.
Yeah.
But you also said that you guys had exchanged cars.
Yeah, I said when we were back at the apartment.
Right.
He left because we went back to the apartment.
According to Angel, she met Raymond in town just to switch vehicles, only to return to the apartment while Raymond drove her vehicle to visit her niece. But the detectives find this scenario suspicious. Why would Angel drive out of town for a vehicle swap instead of simply doing it at the apartment? And more importantly, why did they need to switch vehicles at all? The detectives are left with a growing list of questions about Angel's version of events, and the gaps in her story only deepen their suspicions.
The vehicle was that night at the landing, right? That would not have been you, is what you're saying.
No, not me.
The time that you took your phone in that vehicle and you were never at the landing.
No.
I need an explanation for this.
No, I don't think I was at the landing. I mean, because we met back at the apartment. He didn't go with me to get something to eat.
Right.
No, I don't think it's his landing. No.
Okay. Because that's out to there. And Donald is down at the landing. Because you're from the lodge the other way.
The landing's up towards the Maryville Lane. McDonald's is right here in town. Right up in y'all.
I mean, you know, I don't know, be quiet a minute, but like, so, like, obviously whoever did this made some like mistakes that night, right?
Well, it wasn't just them. There was other girls out with us. And it was just, I was drinking and it was just bombarded, you know.
What do you mean? I'm sorry.
It was all over town anyway. It was on the news.
Yeah.
Everybody knows all my things. But you know,
Yeah.
I did harass all the
I
time.
know, I know.
You know, he did bullshit what he did when I didn't even fucking know him.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I was frustrated. I was drunk. So I got pissed off. I was like, yeah, no fucking didn't do it. I goddamn did it. You know, so, no, and then I don't even know what else I was drunk. I know when I said something about the girl hating or something. I don't even know what I said. You know, to be honest with you, yeah, I did say I was pissed off. I just wanted to leave him alone. And leave me alone. So, yeah, I was stupid. But guess what? I did it. You know, I can't say I didn't. I did.
Yeah. I mean, there's more conversation.
There's a lot of conversation.
That's
Yeah,
what you're talking
because everybody else left, and it was just me and her.
No, but I'm saying that incident you're referring to, like that there's other evidence, right?
Yeah.
That some of the stuff I was talking to has nothing to do with whatever you're talking about. But um, and so the you know, and we're trying to piece this thing together because the person who did it that night, they made some mistakes, right? Like for example, they kept Brittany's phone on,
Mm-hmm.
and they kept their phone on.
Mm-hmm.
So the phones moved, obviously, from
Right.
all together. So what's the chances of somebody being on Ocean Boulevard at 11th Street South
Right.
at 1 minute
Mhm.
and also being at the North Stand which everybody in the news knows that's where
Right.
the searching was done.
Yeah.
Who would have been at those two locations?
Right. I get it. I mean, I do get it. You know, like I told him, I get it. You know, I took him to the motels we usually stayed at, but I know he did not stay at the beach that night. He was not at the beach, so I know he came home. I know that.
Right. And I agree with you. I think he did.
So, you know, I can't answer it. You know.
Yeah.
So when my mom looked at him, and told him,
Yeah.
it feels me so great, and I just don't have that.
I know. But you're stuck in a position here, like, and we're asking you questions and developing information. We're trying to just find out the truth, and really, if we can eliminate you,
Right.
then
I can't sit here and lie. I don't remember. I'm not going to do that. I just don't remember. I mean, some things. I remember a little bit here and there. I remember, you know, some vehicles. I didn't remember the black vehicle. And then I didn't remember later on about having the key until I remember the kids ringing and I had to get, you know. So, I mean, it's a long time. I just don't remember all that.
He's never said anything to you.
No, he doesn't. Like I said, he doesn't offer for me. He's not that kind of person. He's not. And he doesn't talk about things in the past. I asked him because he says he just wants to leave the past in the past and get on with life. Okay, I get that. You know, I do.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not straight and narrow. The stupid shit when I was younger too. And I just don't want to talk about. Even when people ask me, I remember when you were 20. I no, I don't. I don't remember. I don't care. I don't want to remember. So, but I mean, coming in on it, I know because I do know that. But you don't want to leave that now.
I know you will. I believe you. I believe you.
The detectives remain uncertain about Angel's true involvement. Whether or not they believe her story, they know one thing for sure: they need to leverage her to uncover more about Raymond. Angel may hold the key to unraveling the mystery, and the investigators are determined to use her insights to get closer to the truth.
We think you have an opportunity here to possibly discuss some things with him about this. We think that you both might have some information that might help us, right?
Yeah.
And so we're going to have to continue to investigate this,
Right.
and we're going to have to continue to talk to people about this.
Yeah, I get.
If we go do that and the word gets out,
I know.
that's what we want. That's why we were honest with you when we got
You're
here.
here. We know nobody. We don't want anybody to know your business, right? But unfortunately, if what you're saying is
Right.
true, we got to continue,
I know.
right? Because there's still a lot of evidence that shows vehicles,
Right. I know.
clothes.
I got it.
What do you think you could do to help us out?
You know, what do you want me to do? This is what I'm asking. I mean,
At the end of the day, we're looking for Brittany, the bottom, right? So that's that is the gold. That is a golden ticket,
I'm sure it is.
right?
Yeah.
And we believe like that you might be able to help us. And if let's just say if Ray was involved in that, then he would obviously know where that's at.
Of course.
So if like we were interested in your idea, if we were to ever to try to find that, that's really what the goal of the case is, right? Is to do that. So if there's anything that you could think of,
I'm just best thing is put a bug in his vehicle the other day.
well, how would that lead us to the body? Is there any chance you could have had another role?
Another what?
Could you have been involved in another way?
What do you mean another way?
I'm asking.
I don't know what you're talking about. What you mean another way?
When he left,
Mhm.
could that have had something to do with it?
When he left,
In the middle of the night?
did that have something to do with what? Brittany?
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea. I mean, he said it was an artist at the other day. You know, but could it have? Of course it could have. You know, could it? You know, I don't know.
What do you think you say?
I was in the beginning. I was very nervous about it. I really was. You know, because I didn't know. I didn't know, and he won't say anything. You know, so I didn't know. I still don't know. So does it make me nervous when people bring it up? Does it make me nervous? You know, of course it does. Because I'm with somebody who could have.
Right.
You know,
If you asked him if he was involved, would that be different?
yeah, you didn't know. I mean, I can ask. I can try to ask him. I mean, again, you know, but first thing is going to be, he knows I'm here, but he thinks I'm meeting for some other reason. First question is going to be, did they ask you about me? That's what it is.
Okay.
I mean, he's real. I mean, he's suspicious. Believe me,
Still?
always. Always. No, not even about anything to do with this. I mean, just always if somebody comes up, who's up?
Yeah.
What do they want? Why were they here? You know, this, you know, he's very suspicious. You know, it's just his nature. But he said that wasn't have known. So,
I mean, they did talk to him about when they went out to your house initially, when they got the girl out of there, Alicia.
yes.
So, what you could say.
Sure. Oh, that is what I'm telling him. Sure, that's exactly what I'm telling him.
You had mentioned a bug. Is that something you think would work? Is that something that you think you could do?
Oh, yeah, I didn't know it.
Angel agrees to cooperate fully with the investigation, promising to do whatever she can to assist. But before she leaves, the detectives have one final question for her. A question that could change everything.
But our sincere goal was to get the truth and to work with you.
Right.
Like, we genuinely want to do
No,
that.
I mean, I get that. I believe you.
Because we have a lot of evidence that point to you.
Right.
And if what you said happened, and that's true, and we can prove that,
Right.
that's critically important. And we would want to work with you to try. We just want the truth,
Right. I know.
like, and whatever it is, we think you might know,
Right.
right? But we can't wait. So, but we want, out of respect for you, we'll say, hey, look, tomorrow.
I'll make it to tomorrow.
If we meet tomorrow, right? There's a meet tomorrow here, and we have the discussion.
Right.
Think about like where you're at right now, and then we make some decision, and we want to move forward together.
Okay.
That's our goal,
That's fine.
right? I mean, that's really where we want to be, and you really believe that because we just want the truth.
I know you
And
do.
ultimately, we want to just find Brittany,
I mean, I do believe. I do believe
and that would anybody who would have that information would be holding a very, very valuable card.
Oh, I know.
Like if they were very scared that they're in trouble, they also have significant
Right.
leverage, right now. And if that leverage goes away, if I had that leverage and I got hit by a bus, like that's gone. Like there's no chance of getting that information.
Well, I'll tell you this, though. Here, what don't want to, I promise you, on my children's life, when I lost my son in the car
I
accident,
know, I'm sorry.
I don't know where Brittany is. I don't.
I do, I believe you. Like we want to work with, but we want to try to get there.
Yeah, I know you do.
And if there's little pieces early on, you can
Right.
remember tonight and say, maybe it was just I was riding in a car when something happened.
Right.
Then okay, let's work with that.
I get you.
Right?
I
And then we work with it together. You say, but I don't want people to know this.
Right.
We work with you on that.
I
Maybe
know.
we can do it this way. But we need to know it. And And you might be shocked how much I believe you. Really? You might be shocked how much I believe you, but I also know that there's facts in this
Right.
case. And we're going to give you that time, right? Because we appreciate you coming down here. It's a lot we're dumping on you. Okay? But I think this is also the path to like kind of get, like, you've got all this stuff in your mind because you're a person with a conscience, right? Some people don't have a conscience. Right? That's not you. Your grandmother. You have all these things, and you feel bad if you have information.
Right.
We're not accusing you of something you didn't do. We just want to find what the facts are and then work with you on that. And if it doesn't result in finding Brittany, then so be it.
Yeah.
Maybe we don't get there, but I think you could help us get started down that path. And if we just wanted to go out there and screw with you, we would have went out there and screwed with you.
Well, I know.
You know, so does that make sense for you?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Over the next several days, the police kept a close watch on Raymond and Angel, hoping to uncover new evidence. But despite their efforts, nothing new surfaced. Then just a week later, the investigation took an unexpected turn. Raymond walked into the police department and shocked everyone by confessing to the crime.
The only person who ever told this story to is my lawyer. Angel never even knew the real story. She never knew. Anyway, when I was going down Ocean Boulevard, we were going along pretty slow driving. I was driving. And pretty walking speed. And I saw the Drexel were walking along the sidewalk, and I was smoking pot. She noticed that, walked over to the door and said something about that smells like good weed. Said, yeah, you want some? Sure. Get in. She hopped right in the back, but a problem. And we smoked the weed, went down the boulevard, and we're just small talk. Angel's not really saying anything, but we're smoking the pot. And I said, hey, you want to party a little bit with us? We can get some cocaine, you know? She said, sure. So we started driving. We were just driving around, smoking, talking. And went right into Georgetown. Went right to a spot where we used to camp out down by the river. And we went down there. And I was by myself with her. Because Angel left for a while. She had to see her son. This things got out of hand. And I panicked, and she panicked. And I strangled her.
Raymond's confession contradicted Angel's account in dramatic fashion. While Angel had maintained she was never in the car with Brittanee and never left the hotel, Raymond's version painted a different picture. According to him, Angel was with him when they picked up Brittanee, and together they went to a private hangout spot. Raymond claimed that he left Angel alone with Brittanee, a detail Angel had never mentioned to the police. Despite the conflicting statements and evidence suggesting Angel's involvement, she was never charged, leaving the authorities puzzled. The timing of Raymond's confession also raised suspicions. It came only after Angel became a prime suspect. This coincidence, coupled with the discrepancies in their stories, left the police with lingering doubts and more questions about the true extent of Angel's involvement.
Brittanee's mother, Dawn, and Chad, and Father John were promised that every resource would be used to find the answer of what happened to Brittanee, where did it happen, how did it happen, and why did it happen. The why may never be known or understood, but today, this task force can confidently answer the rest of those questions along with the who is responsible. The who is Raymond Douglas Moody. His date of birth is May the 9th of 1960, and he is a white male with an extensive sex offender criminal history.
Raymond led the police to the location where he had buried Brittanee's body, allowing her remains to be returned to her family for a proper farewell. Raymond was found guilty of the crime and is now serving a life sentence in prison.
I don't have the words to express how horrible I feel. And I've felt ever since that day very, very sorry.
Thank you for watching. If you are fascinated by real-life mysteries and true crime stories, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Don't miss our next gripping episode. Stay safe and we'll see you next time.